Once upon a time, in a quiet forest filled with whispering leaves and sparkling streams, there lived a tiny ant. She was small and humble, but she was also hardworking and kind. Every morning, she set out to collect food for the rainy days, carrying crumbs many times her own size. One warm summer day, the ant was wandering near a stream. The water looked so cool and clear that she decided to take a sip. But as she leaned forward to drink, her tiny foot slipped on a smooth stone, and she fell straight into the rushing water. "Help, help," she cried, struggling to stay afloat. The current was too strong, and the little ant was swept away. Up above, sitting on a branch of an old banyan tree, a dove watched everything. The dove had soft white feathers and kind eyes that reflected the sunlight like pearls. When she saw the helpless ant being carried away by the stream, her heart filled with pity. "Oh no," the dove whispered. "That poor little one will drown if I don't help." Quickly, she plucked a broad green leaf from the tree and dropped it into the water near the ant. "Climb on," she called. The leaf floated gently on the water like a tiny boat. The ant, gasping for breath, managed to crawl onto it. Slowly, the leaf drifted to the shore, and the ant climbed back onto dry ground, trembling but alive. The ant looked up at the dove, tears of gratitude in her tiny eyes. "Thank you, dear dove," she said softly. "You saved my life. Someday, I will repay your kindness." The dove smiled gently. "Don't worry about that, little one," she said. "We must help each other when we can." And with that, she flew away into the forest. Days passed, and the forest went back to its usual rhythm. The ant continued to gather food, and the dove often perched in the trees, singing songs that filled the air with peace. One afternoon, the ant saw something that made her heart race. A hunter was walking quietly through the woods with a bow and arrow in his hands. He was sneaking toward the same banyan tree where the dove was resting. The hunter raised his bow and aimed straight at her. The ant knew she had to do something fast. Remembering the dove's kindness, she ran as quickly as her tiny legs could carry her. She crawled up the hunter's foot, climbed up his leg, and bit him sharply on the ankle. "Ow!" the hunter cried, jerking his foot in pain. His aim faltered, and the arrow shot wide, missing the dove completely. Startled by the sound, the dove flew off the branch and soared safely into the sky. From above, she looked down and saw the ant crawling away from the hunter's shoe. She understood immediately what had happened. The dove cooed softly, circling above the ant. "Thank you, my little friend," she called. "You saved my life, just as I once saved yours." The ant looked up and smiled. "We helped each other, dear dove. That's what friends do." And from that day on, the ant and the dove shared a special bond, one of friendship, gratitude, and kindness that lasted forever.